Almar, I also understand that you are working on your own digital application. It's an app called Personnel. Could you
Yes.
tell me a little bit about that? How you came about making it, and what's the function of it as well?
It started out about 2 years ago, and I was thinking that we used to have letters and stamps, and the stamps are almost like artworks in themselves.
Yes.
And now that we have email, online communication, we don't have that anymore. And of course, we don't need stamps. But I was thinking, is there a way to bring that almost beautification of the communication back?
Right. The
So
artistic element of a stamp. Right.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
So what I first did is that you have, especially when Twitter came about, you have these URL shorteners.
Right.
So you have a long link and you shorten them because it makes the message shorter.
Right. I think
And
tiny URL is one of those.
exact,
Yeah.
yeah. And anybody can make those. So it's not really rocket science, but what I did is that through personnel, you can shorten URL. But what it does, before taking you to the actual page, it shows you what I call mini art. So it's a small artwork and you see it for 7 seconds, and then you move on to the actual destination.
Oh,
So
wow.
it takes a couple of seconds of the receiver's time, but they see a nice piece of art. And
And how
then,
do you, so is this art that you create, or are you getting artists to create these personnel artworks for you, or?
yeah, it's other artists that create these artworks. I'm kind of an online gallery, so to say, but
Ah,
in a very special sense.
yes.
Um, so it's
Okay.
all different kind of artwork. So I got that working. So on the site, you can now select an artwork, put in the URL you want to send people to, and make a shortened URL. And you can use it in your online communication on Twitter, on Facebook, or send it in an email. And anybody that clicks on that link first sees the artwork, then sees
The
your link.
website. Wow. And
Um,
what's the web address? How do you find personnel online?
Actually, it's the short version of personnel. So I put all the how you call it, the files out. So it's prsn.nl.
Oh, .com?
No, .nl.
.nl because you're in the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
yeah. So that what made it easier, and I thought it's good to have a little bit of reference to my home country.
Exactly.
Uh,
Okay,
so
so could you repeat that? P
it's prsn.nl.
.nl.
Yep,
Fantastic. Almar, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
sure. You're welcome.